welcome all of you to this event of dancing with the elements and accessing our resources through somatic modeling that is hosted by Daniel Oil and Matías Ortolá. As you may know, we are a community, the generative citizen community. We are a community of friends and colleagues that inspire and support each other to build a better world. And the generative citizen community has different circles. One of them is the event circle, which is the one that we are hosting this event for you. And our mission is to design, plan, and execute events that bring the community together to learn, share, and grow within the generative citizen framework. And today we have the immense pleasure of having with us Daniel Oil and Matías Ortolá, two dear friends from Argentina, that will share with us this dance of the elements. Daniel Oil is an NLP trainer and communicator with broad experience in Argentina, Latin America, and also the world. And he is a personal and team coach. And Matías Ortolá is a professional musician. He's also an improviser, teach, producer, and a creative mind coach and an NLP trainer. So welcome, my dear friends. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And now.
Sure. Thank you, Graciela. Thank you to the generative citizen community for inviting us to this. We really like to have the possibility of sharing what we do, normally in Spanish for our communities, also for the English-speaking community. We were just realizing yesterday, while we were just giving a finishing touch to what we wanted to share with you, that this is going to be the last time that Matias and I will be sharing together from these locations, because both of us are moving next week. So this is the last time that we are going to offer this scenario, both from Matias' side and from my side. And we found especially auspicious that last thing we were going to do from these geographical locations was for generative cities. Matias.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for this invitation and this space. I always want to celebrate when a group of people get together to do things like this, because I really think these are the things that are basically like fitting also us as a humanity from the etheric, I would say, the noosphere. And so I really appreciate this kind of spaces where we can basically invite you and invite ourselves also to get in touch with that inner space, that inner source that basically I think, or we share this idea that is what make us unique and human. So basically the idea is to open space for really be able to be ourselves for a while. So welcome and thank you, my brother Dan, Graciela. Thank you, gracias for being there, and everybody, thank you.
So we are going to play with our voices, to play with our bodies, and in a way we are inviting you to move, but your movement is inviting us at the same time. So although we know there are infinite reasons why we may not have the possibility of having our cameras open, it's a big pleasure and it's a big help for us to see the way you are reacting to whatever we are inviting you to. Otherwise, we will be working without feedback, and for us, feedback is all. So even knowing that for some will be impossible, for those of you for whom it's possible to have your cameras open and sharing with us your beautiful faces, we're going to be very grateful for that. Thank you. So when Graciela invited us to offer something, and the space is created within the generative citizen framework, I thought it would be a good idea to share with you something that has been one of our trademarks, and is working with the elemental energies, yes, with the energies of the elements of nature. And for that, we've been inspired by the Tibetan tradition. And the idea is just going to be an ongoing experience. We'll be first starting with our breathing. We'll open our voices. We'll find first some simple somatic models. So we're using the body to express things that sometimes words just are too restrictive to express, as Isadora Duncan would say. You know, if I could say with words, what would be the point of dancing it? This is the case of today. When we connect with the elemental energies, there's so much that's coming up that trying to explain it with words would be fruitless. So our invitation is to, for a moment, just to put aside our verbal brain, connect to the somatic intelligence, and listen to anything that we might say just as metaphors, just as the finger pointing to the moon, not being the moon, but just an invitation to watch and be the moon. So I'll be sharing some slides first for you to have a guiding perspective of what we are going to propose you to do, and then we will do some movement, and then we will go into the elements. So in the Tibetan tradition, the elements are part of daily life, both in the most ancient traditions of shamanism and Tibetan Tantra. The elements are omnipresent. And also in Dzogchen, the great perfection, the elements are also present. So from that tradition, we humbly want to bring you some of the ideas that they have about the elements. And for starting, we will be doing some synchronization of the movements of the body with the breath. That's the ancient principle of vinyasa from traditional Indian yoga. So we'll be inviting the energy to move up and down the central channel connected to a breathing. And then we will be opening our voice. Because when we open our voice, the vibration of our voices bring awareness to the feelings in the body. So we will be inviting the voice in order to create some space inside of us, and we will use the voice to make the space. It's going to be a circular process. And from there, we will be really inviting you to use the body as a language. And the first exploration will be about 3 spatial dimensions that we use frequently in the generative work. The central axis, the center, and the field. And this is going to be the first part of our somatic exploration today. So now that you're all comfortably sitting, I'll invite you all to please stand up. And then the invitation will be to start going inside. Talking about the elements, the Taoist teachers tell us that water is always wanting to go down. So we'll invite the 85% of water in our body to invite us to go down, deep down. Sensing our feet, sensing our pelvic floor, and all the weight of the body going down, deep down. And from deep down, as if we were inhaling from the soles of our feet, we'll open the vertical channel with the movement of our hands. So we inhale going up, and then we exhale going down. The music may be a little bit too high. We go up, and something opens up. We can follow our hands with our eyes, and then we go down again, exhaling. Next time, as we go up, we can sense that we are dropping our hips. It's a double movement. We go up, and the body goes down. And then as we go down with our arms and the fingers pointing down towards the center of the earth, we can feel the crown, the head going up, extending up. So as I go up, I drop down. And as I come back down, my crown goes up into the heavens. And I can sense the vertical axis inside of me. What would be a movement of your hands that connects you with the vertical axis? Will be the two hands going together, one going up and the other going down? How is it that your body says, I'm opening the vertical channel? This is the axis. This is the presence in the present moment, here and now. Yeah. And then, as we feel this column of awareness, we can sense, where is my center now? What would be a movement inviting myself, as if saying, come to your center? There can be so many different ways, depending on where you are feeling your senses, your center now. Okay. If you wanted to invite someone who does not speak your language to connect with his or her center, or with a movement, or with your bodily language to invite another person to come, to rest in the center. Center. Yeah. So this is the axis, central axis. And then we can come to our center. Come to the present moment, here and now, on the vertical axis. Invite me to rest in my center. And from my center, what would be the movement for opening to the field? From my center, I open to the whole of the field. It's your body language for feel. I extend myself into the field. Yes, that's it. Beautiful. Vertical axis, center, feel. Three spatial dimensions. In Conciencia Generativa, the model we share with Matias, we have created what we call a creative movement repertoire. And these are the first three movements that we share when teaching RMC. Or CMR would be in English, creative movement repertoire. So once again, for the last time, axis, vertical channel, coming to the center. Opening to the field. Beautiful. And we come to a resting point. And one thing we have discovered over the years is that one effective way of coming to an embodiment place, to an embodied place, is by opening our voice. When our voices vibrate, we can sense the vibration of our voices in the body. And for that, we want to share with you some of the vowels that we use in Spanish. And we will invite you to combine the letters with specific movements. That's something that Rudolf Steiner proposed many, many years ago. And he created a whole method called eurythmics, where each letter is associated with a specific movement. So I want to share with you the vowels in Spanish. So you will be learning some Spanish with us, yes? And for us, A is A. And A in Spanish is a letter that opens, abre. We say in Spanish, abre. So we could say, opens, abre. Once again. And we can invite ourselves to make our voices as soft as velvet. What would be an A, an A with a velvet voice? I would like you to please close your microphones, please. Now the second vowel is your E, but for us is E. And the E extends, se extiende. So this is the sight extends over the horizon. Once again, a velvet E. It's like in desk. Now how you have the I? The I is E, and the E is thin. In Spanish we would say it's finita. It's very thin. So it's and the E is very long, so one hand goes down, it comes to a goal, you have to release it deep into the earth and high into the heaven with the O round is redonda. So always sound is round. very big one. A small one. The last one, you, is u, and it's a gift for somebody else. In many languages, you have you, tu, bu. This is the sound for the other. So we're going to give a you to someone on the screen. So we're like, it's a different person. Can do it with both hands. Two different people can go from down up. And now you have learned the vowels in Spanish and the movements that come with them. So we will review again the 5 vowels in Spanish. A opens.
Abierto, abierto.
Once more. Air extends. Once again. The thin E. And they free. Now a very round O. And we give the O to someone else. We can make a pause and breathe. And that's how we will be exploring first each of the elements and then to dance with all of them. We have these 3 movements we started with, opening the vertical axis, coming to the center, then opening to the field, as a way to clean whatever one of the elements have left in us and come to a neutral space again. So when we finish with one element, we will do axis, center, and field. Yeah? As a way of cleansing whatever the element has left in our bodies. Now we can sit for a moment. There's going to be a little explanation before going right into the elements. And before that, is there anything you would like to share? Anything you would like to ask? How is this going for you so far? Okay, great. Great to see you all. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've lost my PowerPoint. Need to reopen it. Here it is. So these are the typical Tibetan flags representing the 5 elements. In America, for the American cultures, the elements were 4: the earth, the water, the fire, and the air. But for the Eastern cultures, there's kind of a meta element. That's the space. And this is the place where all the rest can combine to create our experience of the elements. Yeah. As we know, the 5 elemental energies are very subtle energies, according to the Eastern cultures. And whatever we see as earth, water, air, fire, or space are not the pure elements, because on this plane, the water has earth inside, the fire has air, and also sometimes some forms of earth. And so there's always a mixture of all of the elements. There are particles of dust in the air. So there's no way that we here on earth can experience in a pure form the 5 elemental energies. But water, fire, air, earth, space are the best indicators that we have to connect with the quality of that elemental energy. And if you go to the east and you see the spires on many of the temples, you will see what is called the pagoda of the 5 elements. And this is this specific form in which the spires are built, with the earth is square in the back, water is round, and have air with this trapezoid form, fire, something curved, and space going up. And we will be exploring one after the other, these elements, and then we will be making a pause before going to the rest. But I think it would be a good idea, it was not what I had planned before, but to maybe talk a little bit about the qualities of the element, because before going into expressing them with our bodies. Yes. So when we think of earth, what is that we get from earth? The basic qualities of earth are consistency and solidity. The earth has structure. When we want to produce something, when we want to create something, when we want to exteriorize something, unless we have the energy of the earth, this is not going to happen. So in balance, this earth is a fertile soil. We feel rooted, we feel connected, we feel secure. Anything that has to do with abundance, with concreteness, with materializing projects, it needs the energy of the earth. When there's too much earth, we could feel slowness, we can feel dullness. There will be lack of flexibility, sometimes some forms of mental rigidity. Our thinking may become too literal. We may feel we are immobile, and in its extremes, it could be depression, insensibility, and resignation. When there's too little earth, there's volatility, there's rumbling, there's a lack of anchorage, there's agitation. When we feel agitated, it's probably too much fire and too little earth. Yes. Can you relate with this element? How do you relate with the earth? Yes, it's just a way of, am I having enough earth? Am I having trouble with the things I want to materialize? Is it that we need to invoke the energy of the earth? We'll be exploring today how to invoke the energy of earth for consistency, solidity, and structure. And then the second in the pagoda is water. Water that's always coming down and has to do with fluidity and adaptability. And when our water is in balance, we feel acceptance, we feel contentment, we feel at ease with whatever life is inviting us to. See, I feel comfortable with myself, comfortable with my relationships, comfortable with my life. When there's too much water, that's too much emotionality. It can be sentimentality. There can be a loss of presence, And one of the most dangerous things about having too much water is I can feel comfortable in contexts or situations where things need to be changed, need to be modified. So in the presence of too much water, I may feel comfortable when I should be feeling discomfort and doing something about it. Yeah? When there's too little water, I will be in constant discomfort with myself, with my situation in life. There will be no joy. Water has to do with experiencing joy in our lives. So when situations are calling for fluidity, for adaptability, for feeling okay with things as they are, because that's the only thing that's out there, water is the energy to be calling upon. And now it's a question for yourself, how are you relating to the water elemental energy? Do I need more water in my life? Do I need to balance water with something else because there's too much? Just questions for yourself. Then we have air that's expanding sideways. And it has to do with change, with transformation, with new ideas. When you have enough air, and for some cultures, air is wind. They also call air the wind. There's this curiosity, this desire for learning, for having intellectual flexibility, to be open to new ideas. In its highest form, air brings wisdom. Air as the wind, which is flying here and there, will be giving us multiple perspectives, multiple descriptions of things. When we need multiple descriptions, we need to call upon the energy of one of its highest form is pure knowledge and understanding. Too much air, lack of stability, dissatisfaction, lack of acceptance. I may be nervous, I may worry all the time, I may lack focus, I may be expressing abrupt changes in my emotions, cyclothymia. There may be this feeling that there's no gravity, there's no center inside of me, there's nothing I can call, this is home, there's no stability. When there's too little, I may feel stuck, I may feel terrible resistance to change. My ideas can become fixed, and I may be all the time just going around and round and around the same ideas and the same problems time and again, time and again, time and again. Not enough air, my friend. Open the window, breathe in. Feel you are the wind and you can move here and there like the winds. And then there's fire. Opposite to water that's always going down, fire is always going up. And it has to do with initiation, to creating new things, to setting things into motion. Sometimes we have the structure, we have the ideas, we have everything we need, but there's some spark that's needed for movement to come to be. So when fire is in balance, we can create things all the time. We can initiate things. We can be concrete. In one of its highest forms, fire brings intuition. Fire brings enthusiasm. Fire brings the initiative to do new things in our lives. And it's the joy of awakening. It's different from the joy that water is bringing. The joy in water is a joy that has to do with contentment, with things. But the joy of fire is the joy of awakening. It's the spiritual fire of initiation, yes? Has to do with achievements, has to do with experiencing inside of us the joy of being alive. That's the energy of fire. In excess, it's going to be agitation, irritability, impulsive reaction, outburst, anger, lack of tolerance, lack of roots. I will find myself moving rapidly, feeling unstable, and also feeling rejection for silence, stillness, meditation. I may be experiencing difficulties in sleeping. And I will be probably talking long and fast. That's too much fire, my friends. When there's lack of fire, there's lack of energy, there's lack of inspiration, there's lack of the spark to initiate movement, there's lack of joy. So I can ask yourselves, how are you connecting with the fire energy? Are there many things that are just waiting for you to start, but there's something that just pushes you back? Maybe too much earth, maybe too little fire to ignite the inner fire. And the last one, and it's opening in all directions at the same time, is space. For some strange reason, this is not translated, so I'm going to translate it into Spanish. I probably erased the English one and kept the Spanish. So space brings us the capacity to hold whatever life brings to us. So we have space for everything that's coming to our lives. Present moments where so many different things are coming in at the same time from different directions, asking from us different things, different ways of being. Then we need space. Space brings us the possibility of handling complexities. Life is becoming so much complex in the present times. We need space. And when we think of space, I have to remember that space-time doesn't continue. And sometimes we have great plans, great ideas, all the structure, all the elements, all the fluidity, all that's needed, but there's no space in our life for that we want to achieve because we haven't given it time. So when we think about space in our modern life, space is also space-time, this continuum of space-time. When there's too much space, we may feel like we are floating all the time. There's no rooting in experience, and we cannot really sense the other elements. Our connections are superficial. There's no connection to the vitality, the inner vitality. There's lack of presence. It may be difficult for us to create really deep contact with other people. And we may also be experiencing this lack of interest in things that life are bringing into us. When there's too little space, we feel we are collapsing. We feel trapped in experience. There's lack of distance. So everything that's coming to us are just too close. There's no space for us to just observe and be present with whatever. I think that everything is coming to us and just setting us away because there's no space to connect with it, to involve with it. Do we have enough space in our lives? How do we connect with this meta element, the space-time element? Just questions for yourselves. And enough talking. We're going back into the body and let our bodies teach us how to connect with the elements. I'm not going to show you fire is like this and water is like that and space is this other way. I will be inviting you to let your body teach you about the so many different ways there are to experience each of the elements, because just one way is not enough. We need multiple descriptions. After being trained in generative change, we know how important it is to have not just one model, anything, but many different ones. So we'll be inviting you to find for each of the elemental energies a multiplicity, a repertoire of movements to invoke water, to invoke fire, to invoke space, to invoke earth. So you like to again stand up We're going first to explore one after the other, making pauses in between. Then we're going to set an intention and dance the elements and accept, receive from each of the elements whatever we need, whatever we want, whatever we ask for the realization of that intention. And as I said before, we're going to have a central point, a point to which we will be coming back. That will be sense the vertical axis. Breathe along the vertical axis. Come to your center. Open to the field. And this will be the music. We open the vertical axis and we release whatever is inside of us. Coming to the present moment, here and now. We come back to our center. And from there, we open to the field. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. And we will start sensing the presence of the earth. The earth is solid. We feel rooted. I would say that your body says, I'm rooted. I'm deep down in the earth. I would say that your body says, this is solid. This is structure. Earth. Feel the earth down in my feet. We connect to this energy that has structure, that keeps the form you give to it, that is solid, that is stable. I always say that your body says earth, tierra. The Pachamama, the Mother Earth, for the peoples in South America, the Pachamama, the Mother Earth. How is it that your body connects to the energy of the earth? Earth. Earth. Rompe un poquito. Tierra. Sentimos la tierra. Como dice tu cuerpo, soy tierra. How is it that your body says, earth? I am earth. I'm feeling the presence of earth. I am solid. I am stable. My life is structured. Earth is reliable. You can count on it. You can step on it. It will support you. Mother Earth is always ready to receive whatever you give her with love and respect. So if there's anything in your life you want to release, Mother Earth will accept it. Yes, the Pachamama is always ready for you. You can sense the earth, feel the earth. You can become the earth. How does it feel when I can sense the earth inside my body? And I can call upon the energy of earth. Earth. Solid. Grounded. Stable. Structured. Permanent. Firm. Firm. I can count on it. I can sense Earth, tierra, tierra, Pachamama, to Mother Earth. Yes. You can sense how there's something that starts building inside of us. We can feel our weight, the full weight of our bodies. We can become consistent. We can sense all our bodies feel the energy, the presence of the earth. Beautiful. And then we release. We start making the movement slower, subtler, softer, softer. And we come to a pause. And we can sense the vertical axis. We can open the vertical axis. We can come back to our center. We can open and release all the earth energy to the field. Around us, above us, below us, all around us. Beautiful. We breathe, we release, and we open ourselves to invite new energy, a very different one. It's the energy of water. And water is always going down. Water is fluid. Water will take the form of the vessel that contains it, because it has to do with adaptation. It has to do with comfort. It has to do with contentment. How is it that your body says, have the fluidity of water? How is it when you move? As if you were water. Yeah. The waters of a river, the waters of the rain. How is it that your fingers can say, this is the rain? I'm coming down like the rain. Yeah. I'm coming down like a waterfall. I'm coming down as the Niagara Falls or the Iguazu Falls. Beautiful, powerful water. Yeah. You can flow like a river, like a mountain creek. The blood in our veins is the waters of the inner rivers of our bodies. We can sense all the blood in our veins as the water moving inside the body, as our bodies move outside space. How is it that I can become water, be water? I stop with certain emotions. Maybe I need some more water in my life to bring fluidity, adaptability, contentment. How is it that I can become water, be water? Maybe you realize
As Dan just left, we just stay with the water breathing, just letting our body open to the movement and the fluidity of water, just opening ourselves to this possibility of becoming this water, opening or releasing.
Yeah, releasing everything.
Yes.
Beautiful waters inside of me and outside of me. And if I want, I may move through the room, feeling I'm water, flowing water, running water, water coming down, water moving sideways. Beautiful, beautiful water. How is it that your body says, I can feel, I can be fluid as water? Have the capacity of adapting to whatever is needed. Beautiful water. You can breathe and move like water. Soft, fluid, continuous movement, releasing, opening, coming down from the heavens, cleansing the body. Yeah. And then I can come to a pause. And I can open again the vertical axis. Here and now, I'm present. I can come to my center. Sense the stability of my center. And I can open and release into the field. And then we will invite a completely different energy. We are being called by the winds, the air. And the air is like wind moving all along the earth. We see different countries, the mountains, the plains, the rivers, the oceans. The wind is going everywhere, bringing news from one part of the world to other part of the world. How is it when we can move as if we were the winds? And we will invite the air, open our minds to new ideas. Yes, opening our minds to new perspectives. We may see this from here, but then the wind moves and can see things from a different perspective, and then the wind moves again. And it's different from the top of the mountain, from the bottom of the sea. It can move like the wind. My arms are like the wind. I can move through the room as if I were the wind, traveling through the earth. Air, aire, lo nuevo, lo diferente, new, the different. Me siento viento. I feel like wind. Me muevo como el viento. I move like the wind. I am air. There's so much air inside my body, the air in my lungs, the empty spaces inside the body. All of the elements are present in the body. Air. Bringing energy, bringing new ideas, bringing perspectives. How is it that I move when I am air? What is the quality of air when my body expresses it? Which is my unique personal way of connecting with the energy of air through somatic movement. The body can teach us. The body can show the way. Wind, air. We breathe. We want to connect with air. Breathing is essential. We invite air into our bodies every time we inhale. And we create the winds of the earth when we exhale. Air, winds of the earth. Air, aire, viento, wind. And we can make it subtler, lower, smaller. Until we can come to a sort of pause and release the air. We open the vertical axis. We come back to our center. We open to the field. And now we are inviting fire. In opposite to water that's always going down, fire is always going up and also going front. So how is it that your body can express its connection with fire? It will be a movement that your body can teach you to explore the quality of fire. Initiating movement, creating things. The power of creation, the power of initiation. So how is it when your arms become flames? It can go up and they can move through the room. When wind blows over the fire creates terrible things sometimes. Energy of fire can be destructive if it's not well adjusted. But without fire, there's no motion. So we can see, we can hear the flames. And we can be fire and sense the heat inside of our bodies. Flames. My heart's a flame. My soul's a fire. Yes, fire. I may have everything, but without fire, nothing will happen. I need the energy of fire to initiate motion. Yes, fire. Always going up, always going forward. Fire. Release the fire energy inside of you. Fire. Igniting you, your soul, your body, your heart. inviting us to new adventures. Yes. And this is just a taste of fire. We're coming back to it very soon. Now we're going to release it. Let it go. Come to a pause. Breathe deeply. Open the vertical channel once again, going up and down, sensing the axis. Coming back to our center. Wherever you're sensing your center now. From the vertical axis, you can come back to your center. And from there, we open to the field and release. And we are already there in the open space. When we connect with the space, this meta element, where the rest of the elements can combine and dance to create this human experience that we have, how is it that your body would be expressing, I am space, I am the void, I am the ether, the Akash. How is it that your body expresses being Akash, in empty space, the void? Sense my presence, expanding, no boundaries, open space. So much space around me. There's so much space for me. No matter how complex life might become, I have space for it. No importa cuán compleja pueda volverse la vida, siempre tengo espacio para lo que la vida me trae. Open space. Como dice tu cuerpo, espacio. How is it that your body says space, Akash, ether? And sometimes we feel like floating in space. There's a sense of relaxation, infinite possibilities. And inside this open space, you can see all of the elements dancing, moving, combining, transforming, shaping and reshaping my inner and outer world. I am also the space in which the other four elements can combine to produce a human experience. Do I have enough space in my life? Do I allow myself the space-time needed for my intentions, for my desires, from the deeper longings of my heart to come into being? Am I given the things that I love the most enough space in my life? How is it that your body teaches you how to open space for what is important in your life? Big. And in this space, I would like to invite you to set an intention. what I would really like to invite into my life and create for my life today is when you can feel the phrase with your own words. What is it that you want to create today for you? What is it that you need at this time of your life? Is there an image that comes together with it? Or does it look maybe a metaphorical image of what you really, really want to create for you in your life? What would be a movement, a somatic model for this that you want to create? What I really want to create is, and the image that comes with it is, and if my body were to express it at a movement, this would be the movement. And then I may create kind of a prayer to the elements, invoking all of them, and whichever you find you're needing the most for bringing your desire, your deep longing, your intention into fruition. And while you keep this in mind, we may start exploring. Do we need earth? What is the movement that I've learned from myself to bring earth? And I connect whatever somatic model you've created, adding some earth to it. What is it? If my somatic model has some earth into it, and I may try different forms of earth. How might be earth helping me create what I most want to create in my life? Earth. Earth. And maybe we have been a little bit maybe rigid about our ideas of how to bring this into reality. So let's invoke some water and bring some fluidity, some possibility of adaptation. Maybe you need to adapt to new circumstances, to a new world, to a new work. And your longing needs to find a space with this new situation, and I need to be fluid in order to be happy with whatever life is inviting me to. Why explore water and combine water with the somatic model of my desire. My desire, have earth, have the fluidity, the adaptability of water. Maybe I need some new ideas. The different ways I've tried in the past are no longer working. So I invite the winds to bring new ideas, new perspectives. My desire. New ways of seeing things. Listening to new people. Opening to new places. Welcoming new ideas. Opening to the winds. The air. I have the earth, have the water, have the air. But things need to be set into motion. Then I invoke fire going up and forward to ignite my desire to move, to create. And I bring the energy of fire, the flames, igniting my desire. Setting things into motion, yes. At the earth, la tierra, Pachamama. Have the water, el agua, the rivers, the ríos. Have the air, el aire, the vientos, the winds. Have the fire. And all of this is moving in space. There's enough space for moving more and more. This deep, deep longing inside of me, wanting to come out, wanting to be seen, wanting to be experienced, wanting to be created, wanting to be materialized. I can sense. How do I need to connect differently the archetypal energy of the elements in order to bring my desire into fruition? What if you let your body teach you and dance the solution, and dance the way? I invite you to dance the way. You may also want to open your voice, bring some sounds. Agua, fuego, tierra, aire, espacio. Los elementos danzando sin fin. Elements dancing. At this attention, there's an image guiding me. I'm going to dance the solution. Your body knows. Listen to it. Let the wisdom of your body guide you. And you can smile and enjoy at the same time. It may be fun dancing with the elements. It doesn't need to be serious. The elements are also fun. Fire, earth, water, air, rivers of light flowing through. Remember to breathe deeply. You need to breathe in order to move. One more round of it. The last one. Let's dance with the elements. What do I need more? Grounded earth, fluid water, airy winds, burning fire, open empty space. We can breathe. We can breathe. Start coming. Making the movement more gentle. Make the movement smaller. Breathing deeply. Open space. Open space. And the subtler and smaller and softer The movement is in the outside, more powerful, deeper, more internal the energy in motion becomes. Until I can find a way, my own way, coming to a pause. And while listening to the music, just breathe. And let the music be the one that will calm your system. Remember, you can make your exhalation longer than your inhalation. Then the heart will become calmer. Breathing will become deeper. Exhale a little bit longer than you have inhaled. And sense deep inside everything that's still moving there. And I may thank myself for becoming available to the energy of the elements. And I can thank the elements for responding to my call. And finding your own way of bringing this process to closure that allows it to be active, to keep being active inside of you. And just recollecting any learnings that consciously or unconsciously you may have harvested during this dance. You can come back to our seats when you want to.
Like to share. Hello, everyone. And first of all, thank you very much for this session. It's been impressive. And my body is like, I wouldn't say mind blowing, I would say body blowing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, really. And the music, Matías, thank you very much. And Daniel, thank you for guiding with your voice. It was so calming. And it was a beautiful combination, the music and the voice. So, and the messages, the questions. To me, personally, I mean, the default, my defaults are fire and earth. Those are my elements. And I have to say that being in the flowing of the wind and the water energy is a challenge for me. So while dancing, I found it also a little bit at the beginning, like, okay, this deep waters already for, and I was just stepping into the water, you know, I was like, oh, deep water already. And my learning is we can switch and from one energy to another. I would say we just need to find our ways to, like a gate to get there.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I would say, and also how we use this energy in the different areas of our life and in the different circumstances we experience in one day. Because
Yes.
personally, one day is like a roller coaster ride. So how we switch, I would be curious in your experience. Have you ever seen or experienced with people participating in these sessions? How fast or how they progress? How is the progress for a person that is rooted in earth and fire, and then moving? How could I move or make the transition smoother?
Well, one thing that I want to stress about what you said is this is a great diagnostic exercise, because those energies, you have so many different ways and we're joyful. Those are your default, as Catherine was saying. But then there was those that, oh, fire, oh, water. Okay, those are the ones that probably are lacking. And those are the ones who really want to train, to explore. This is one way we have found. Of course, there are many different ways. There are meditations about the elements, there are rituals for the elements. So this is just one way that we have created, and it has come as an idea. We've been working with Matias for 8 years, I think now already. And this is a work that has been evolving, and it's very interesting to see when we do processes that take the whole year or maybe 9 months, and it's very impressive to see the evolution of people. How somebody for whom water was impossible, at the end of the year they're just flowing like a beautiful river coming down from the mountain. So I'm happy that you have felt this quality of diagnostic in this process as we were inviting you to explore this. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Anybody else? Any questions, comments?
Yes, this is Jiao Jiao. I would really like first to thank you. That was quite a long practice. And I noticed when it's finished, it's, I think, quite some time. So I really appreciate the effort, the guiding, everything. I think it's a very, very special experience for me because we all know we are elements, on the mind we know, but in body, I never experience it. So this is the first time during the dance, I really feel the texture of the 5 elements. And I also feel I am all of them. I'm just really all of them. And what I want to say is that at the first round, by the sequence, at the end, yes, in the space end, I was so, how can I say, I was so concentrated, maybe. So there are few seconds, I feel I'm gone, I'm disappeared. Myself is really disappeared, melted somewhere, I don't know, just gone. But it was short, but it was very special experience. And then when it's come to what I want to create it just come out with one words, nothing else. It's just a being. Doesn't matter how much I try, but just come out with this word. So I can feel from my body, it's a very special experience for me. And I believe I will digest more and I will learn more and have more gaining in the coming days and weeks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jiao Jiao. You will have the recording if you want to dance again with the elements.
Maybe I join the exercise again.
Yeah, sure.
How fun.
Because
Yeah.
I think that the recording will be available. Is it so?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it will be available. We can practice as much as we want.
What type of recording? Not this.
This
The
session
recording
has
of
been
this
recording.
event, this session is being recording. So you can watch the video again and experience it again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Jiao
arrangement.
Jiao.
Thank you.
And something also I wanted to add is, as you're bringing this, is that basically this also is like an invitation to allow ourselves to connect through free movement, because we usually have those music that we really like, and we can try also to use those music that are our own, like medicine music that we can put, and they instantly put us in a trance or in a space that is safe for us to explore these things. So we can also dance our elements or the elements with our music. So that's also like an invitation, this is just something to say, oh, I can do this. I'm glad I can do this. So this is great.
Yes, and talking to that part, I think your music is perfect. It's really free for this. Yes. I love your music. I got all your music video actually. Yeah.
Matias,
Thank you.
Matias has music for each of the elements and on his playlists on YouTube, I think, isn't it, Matias?
Yeah, there's
Oh.
also in YouTube,
Oh,
in our channel. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Chao. Okay, we are coming to the end of our time together, I think. So,
Bueno,
thank
yo
you
lo voy a decir en castellano.
Okay.
I speak in Spanish.
Roberto,
Sorry. Le quiero agradecer la oportunidad de volver a encontrarme con ustedes, porque this dance of the elements, I did it 3 or 4 years ago, and I made it here in Villa Langostura, surrounded of mountains and of lakes, and with the real wind, and it was incredible, incredible. Realmente estoy muy contento de volver a encontrarlos. I am very, very happy to be with you, to join again with you. And le recomiendo a las personas que sigan trabajando, porque realmente a mis 62 años cumplidos, at my 62 years old, I am proud of be happy to dance the elements without any not being ashamed to move my body. That's very important and incredible. So very thank you, very, 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 y espero verlos de
Gracias,
nuevo.
Roberto.
I want to join you again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gracias, Roberto.
Gracias,
Thank you.
Roberto.
Gracias.
Gracias.
I'd like to thank you on behalf of the event circle and everybody here. You've really given us a wonderful meditation, the elements meditation. And I think we're all, as a community, really enriched by it. And we've got the recording. And probably sometime next week, you will get a recording so you can use it. I'm certainly going to use it. I thought the music was wonderful. The guidance was wonderful. And what better way to get into a coach state, centered, open, aware, connected, hospitable. It just dances. So thank you so much. And then I just want to add 2 little things. One is that the next session we're planning, the next session that's going to be for Generative Citizen is with Mark Chambers, who does a creative and generative peer supervision practice. And his next one is on the 17th of March at 6 o'clock. So everyone's invited to that. And then another wonderful thing that we're having is Eva Viprecht is doing embodiment practice, introducing somatic developments over the past 15 years. And I know that Danielle and Matias both know Eva.
Yes.
And I think it'll be a wonderful follow-on from this.
Oh, yes.
So thank you.
Thank you for the invitation, Maggie.
Thank you so much.
And I might add that Eva has been one of my inspirations into working with somatic movement.
Thank you.
So anybody that is here tonight will get an invitation, certainly, to the next one. And maybe there'll be even more of us next time as well.
Hopefully so, yes.
Yeah. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Yes.
Thank you so
much. And thank you for the
Thank you.
invitation, Maggie, and the Generative Citizen community. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mati, gracias.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Muchas
Gracias por
gracias.
todo.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Matias.
Thank
Muchas
you.
gracias.